by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
The truth, huh?
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
I don't believe you.
Alice.
You've got demon voice.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. I don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic.
Whoa, whoa, shock your wife's
Have
death?
been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, that...
You lied.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Doubt. Episode 4, The Truth. I immediately suspect it. I just don't believe what they're saying.
I felt groggy.
Are we in our
Whatever
car?
Hartman
No.
had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to
Oh, fuck.
someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Okay,
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
fuck that. Out the window. Hello?
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Punch.
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you
I'm a little
might have
confused as to
forgotten.
why we
Little walk,
immediately
some
took a
fresh
dislike to this
air.
guy. Like, I think he's up to
Yes,
something.
It will do you good.
But why did we... Our character, why did Alan
This
Wake
corridor is for
immediately...
patients. Most of them aren't here right now.
presume he was a
Took them out
fucking
for a
bad guy?
fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Ooh. Look, Night Springs, a video game on Xbox 360. Look at that. That's a fun little
I
thing.
encourage creativity as a
Shut
part
up.
of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Shut up.
I specialize in treating artists.
Do you indeed now?
I bet you do.
So a place...
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under
So a
control.
place that we
if
think
we
has a dark presence power that seems to prey or
This
rely
way,
on
Alan.
artists. He specializes in sort of collecting them, huh? Bringing them all together in one place, huh? Surprise, surprise. Big guy not coming with us? Smart.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of
Oh,
the
Jesus.
matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
How do you know this?
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand
Prove it.
and accept this.
Prove it.
Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions,
Let me in.
unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you,
I mean,
your thoughts and dreams.
weirdly
Your
lines up.
mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Get out of my head.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind
Prove it.
trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind?
He's not necessarily
You're
wrong.
a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know
But
this.
feel free to present me with any one of the people I think are dead.
Logically.
Then. Anyone I think is dead. Show me them. Bring them here right now. Anyone. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. TZ. In the memory of a dear friend and a poet. TZ. Thomas Zane. Right? No doubt. This guy's up to something. We know this much.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Can I push you off?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had
It's definitely
been
not
when I
there.
arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Waves in a lake?
It seems there's
Does
a
that work?
storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Things not going as you expected,
Alan,
Hartman.
what I'm telling you is good news.
Your wife's
Right
dead.
Now we're in control.
Oh.
Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all.
Yeah, he's
Hartman
talking.
obviously
Trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But
He's
I
talking us
can't
up a
Dug
storm.
my nails into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Having a problem with the lock there, Doc?
Let's go inside.
Well, here we go. Crazies.
Now, here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn
Punch.
wonderful, yeah.
Punch. Punch.
Scary, scary.
I see a thermos.
scary.
Yoink.
Emerson,
Where's Lake and Palmer? Punch.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some
What
progress.
the hell are
I'm
you
happy
doing?
to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course.
Ahaha.
It does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort,
Get it?
which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
They're bashing video game
No kidding.
developers. Trying to work out how offensive this is for for people suffering from mental health issues.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them.
Oh, boy.
The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Does he
Yeah.
indeed?
He's very proud of me.
Oh, boy.
He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
I don't know about all this.
Come, Alan, this way.
I'm coming.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialised help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged in their creative processes. Now, I immediately have problems with the idea that he's gathering a bunch of people here to do creative therapies. in a town where, well, okay, I suppose it's us that think there's an evil presence that is focusing on creatives, right? I suppose it could all just be in our head. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you, engagement therapy, TM, and its sister method, the flow, TM, work best when you're actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Doubt. Oh.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Wait, were these not in the diner?
Wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this, a heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new
of course.
first names to complete
Odin's
the
got one
image
eye
of
and Thor's got
fighting
his hammer.
gods.
Very
After
good.
the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia.
Oh boy.
They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
What a way to end up your days, eh, lads?
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this.
I don't trust this guy. I just don't.
Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Oh, interesting how much you want us to write, eh?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this?
Good point.
It takes crazy to know.
You don't have to be mad to
crazy.
live here, but it
That's the
helps.
sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Damn straight.
Say,
What?
you're all right, Tom. Hey, we
See,
like
that's what I
Golden
thought, right?
Grove.
Look.
He's gotta go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we to forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
So how'd I get out of here?
Here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Oh. What's that? Thomas Zane's writing and assistant.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant, Emil.
His young
he would have
assistant?
given it up.
Emil.
But Emil convinced him
Emil
otherwise.
Hartman, right?
He, too, had
That was his
heard
name.
Words.
Huh. He's got an assistant called
My head was
Hartman.
clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Don't know that that's a great sign that the two demented old men are making a lot of sense to us. Oop, not door there, Ross. Alright, how long before things completely go to shit?
I'm a bad dream.
Yeah, we get it, you're a bad dream.
I may need a hand here later on, Burge. The storm's
The
bound to
doors
make
were
you know
locked.
who jumpy.
Hartman and the nurses would have
Okay.
keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
Wait, what? How do I get back to my room then?
I'll do that, Burge.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
So why did we come down the elevator the first time? Hello?
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur.
Oh, cabin.
I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again.
I wonder
She's
if
not
that's
human. It's not human.
the voice actor
A
for
dark
Alan?
presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Oh, that's the only line that he actually spoke there.
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
So the darkness wants us to write a story about it coming back, right? it being able to take over the world or something, right? That's my guess. That's my current theory. Ah. Oh, hello.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Oh, there's a thermos. We're taking that. Oh, things are going to go real bad real soon. Of course, everything's locked. We knew that was going to be the case, right? It is entirely possible, of course, that we are just insane.
I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Emerson. That's the crazy guy downstairs, as opposed to us, the crazy guy upstairs.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes.
Writer's block, huh? You hate to see it.
My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
It sucks, let me tell you. Oh.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Looks like fucking...
Be cool, okay?
Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where'd you get a damn hammer? Right, okay. Oh, manuscript page, you say? Barry in the
Hartman
lodge.
kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue.
Whoa.
Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me you've taken my Barry. Investigate racket.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Fucking hell.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old
Jesus.
hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office room from Sinclair.
Fucking hell, did you just... Okay.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Battered the fuck out the nurse with a hammer. I shouldn't laugh, but geez, oh.